Hello there, Leo. Doing some shadow work, maybe? Huh? Well, let me see what I can assist you with, okay? Um, I don't know. I'm in this consistent, just chill vibe, ready to offer and help and contribute and grow and all this good shit. So here I am. Got my deck ready. Um, so what I feel coming through already, I'm doing this for each sign, spinning, holding some space. Um, I feel a fear of vulnerability, but I feel a teaching and learning happening for y'all. So let's see what the cards say. Shadow work is about looking at self. It's about wanting wealth and abundance. It's wanting emotional stability, balance, and then being so fucking ready that you're doing what it takes to figure out how to find that balance. For some of you, that means shedding. It means a transformation. It has so many different meanings, but that's what this shadow work is about. And a lot of you have embraced a new path and you're like, I got to try something new because nothing else is working, right? Yeah, suppressing. I knew it. So, two cards out are experiencing. Becoming very aware that the clock is ticking. Becoming very aware of your surroundings. There is a revelation happening, and you're being quiet about it. You're staying to yourself about it, Leo. You're observing right now, but you're questioning your experience up until this point, your life experience up until this point, of where you have decided. Whenever you recently are playing with the notion of a transformation, of looking in and questioning everything in self, looking out, looking in, questioning why. And you have suppression. This card makes me feel it feels like ego. And it makes me specifically, I'm not a Leo, but to know this is an energy you're holding, this is what's holding you back, is something egoic. Um, or you're facing off with the egoic aspects. And that could be why you're staying silent, in order to capture this ego and catch it red-handed. Because your true self, your truth, your authentic self, who you are in all of your selfness, ego has painted another picture. And you have decided that you're not fixed. You have decided that you're different, you're new, you're transforming. And that alone has you silent because you understand the power of ego. Look at that person. So I have message and in me, and the cards have meaning, but the cards have a different meaning for channelers and energy workers and psychics. They help guide what we feel and hear and see and know. So I have all of it. I feel, I hear, I see, and I know, and I also know that I'm here having a human experience, and we have these defaults, these defects. So I don't want to make mistakes. So I let the cards lead me. So just let's go where they go, and let it come out the way it's supposed to. So for me, the cards are my confirmation. I'm on the right path, okay? So don't look at this meaning, look at the message, okay? Especially with this deck. So Leo, y'all are looking at, I'm here for this. I'm here for it, Leo. Y'all are looking at life so differently, where you may have painted a picture of abundance being your salary, or abundance being how many people love you or pay attention to you or are in your circle. Where abundance, you decided how you felt about yourself according to those aspects of what was defining abundance for you, right? So now here you are, and you're seeing people all around the world, diverse groups and cultures, happy with less. But they don't have less. They have what they want. And it's authentic, though. So it's not defined by society. It's authentically what they want, Leo. And that's caused this shadow work. That's caused this transformation and awakening. You want an authentic life. Whereas you had the picture, you want the actual substance and sustenance of a actual emotional, financial, balanced, harmonious life. And you're understanding that where you need finances in place, you want to be comfortable, you'd almost give it up to have harmony. Conditioning. Where you find yourself, Leo, is because where you might not be a follower so much, and in a way you are, Leos care a lot about their image. So that would create someone that face fronts, and they have an image to uphold. And you need to ask, where did you learn that? Because someone failed in teaching that. Let me cancel that. A call was coming through. Someone failed in that aspect of teaching. And you're realizing it. I'm here for this. Some of y'all are literally looking at this like, so why have I led my life this way? Why have I formatted my circumstances according to shit that don't mean nothing to me? Like, that's not, hasn't helped me one day, you know, as far as my personal relationships and my soul. Like, where did I get this from? Some of y'all are doing that. And that's good. That's the shadow work. That's what you need to be doing. That is what it is. Yeah. Some of you are being hard on yourself about it, though. Lots of mind chatter. You feel like there's a lot of things that you need to fix and you want to do it all at one time. You have the schizophrenia card. So that's kind of going the opposite direction of the shadow, of the self work, of the shadow work. You want to be very aware of your contributions to certain situations in life, okay? Be very aware of that. Good, bad, and different. But to hold guilt is not the purpose of shadow work. Guilt is not the purpose. You have adventure. You can sit on the porch if you want, Chloe. Oh, your costume. Guilt is not the purpose. Acknowledging why you have the guilt. Forgiving yourself. Because the next step is key. Where you may not be able to make amends. I have had to do this in my journey. What I'm about to say, I have had to do it. And I'm willing to do it 1,000 times. I have had to face people that I have let down, or that I have hurt, or that made the wrong choice, or made a choice and they don't understand. I have gone back and said, I'm sorry. Even if it was for my best interest, my decision, knowing that it's not for me to fix that person, but I do want to offer them understanding, and I want to offer them peace. Because if there's guilt involved, it means that you hold accountability, right? So guilt isn't from nowhere. It's not because they're guilting you. It's you're actually sitting now and saying, "Oh my, okay, that's not what I want to sow for my life. That I could have done that differently." Even to the point where it could be minute, but if it causes guilt yes, I can. Is Jeremiah going? Yeah, y'all behave. Yes, ma'am. If I don't text back, it's because I'm on here, but I can still see your text pop up, okay? Yes, ma'am. All right. So guilt is your feeling. It's something you created, and it's okay. But no matter how minute it is, it could be small. But if it makes you, I went through a lot of this. And then I could go like a while where I'm like, yeah, okay. I set myself free. I set them free. You know, the scales are balanced. And then I remember something else like, shit, do I need to double back on that one? Yeah, you got to go double back on that. You know, um, for me, some of it was even, hey, remember that conversation we had and we were talking about such and such? And they're like, no. And I'm like, you don't remember? It's like, no. And I'm like, well, I remember. And I will refresh the conversation. And I will then say, I just really want to say that I apologize if I was, if it felt judgmental, or if I came across, you know, as short or rude, like, and it was uncalled for. So if it was something, me having my own stuff like control issues, or fear, or wanting, you know, competitive, I can be ultra competitive. It works for me in work. Amazingly in corporate, it works for me. But in life, it has caused me some problems. Okay. So, and it's all for transformation. It's all beautiful. The result is beautiful. Um, Look at what you got here. So in the other videos so far, the message has been that wealth is defined individually, right? Everybody doesn't want a Cardi B mansion. Some want a log cabin. Everyone doesn't want a Lexus, you know, or a Benz. For some, a Hyundai is their fucking Lexus, okay? Or whatever, Jeep, whatever it is for them. They get to define wealth and comfortability, right? You get to a point where you understand that union with people, not relationship. To relate with someone means you understand each other and you're coming to some type of compromise and you're agreeing that they get to decide things about you and you them. That's relating. You have to have things in common. To be in union is to share space with people of different ideas and ways, and know your boundaries. So you have boundaries in union, but you also have vulnerability and trust, because you're not trying to control the outcome. And once you raise your vibration, your frequency, and you shed all of that that's weighing you down, all that low vibe shit, you shed it. And you elevate and expand. That is when abundance comes in. That is when wealth comes in. You're reaping emotional wealth, financial wealth, physical stability, harmony. It does not matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what you believe. There is not one reference from a philosopher, a sage, a saint, a guruji, not one where they don't say, peace is from within. You find that heaven on earth from here, going in. You know, in. You got to go in. And there's no shame in that. And you are very smart to watch ego. Very smart. Should you be ashamed that you like nice things? Not at all. But if nice things define you and we're supposed to judge you as a person because of your things and because of what you face front versus internally, who you truly are, what vibe you're giving off, what frequency you're at, then there is the issue. And you're really on that. You get it, Leo. Painstakingly, because I do feel divine saying that where a large group of you have felt the guilt aspect, you're stuck here with it in your mind. You haven't released it by offering the conversation. But you're in a magnificent way really reflecting, and you're accepting accountability. That's the guilt. It's accountability because you want to be free. You want to raise yourself up for harmony. You want harmony, Leo. You feel like a baby in some cases because you're really starting over inside out, transforming. And that's healthy. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. But the release for that is to have the conversations. That's where you're at. Yep, moment to moment. So as these situations and these situations and these situations arise, that's when you should deal with them. Don't tell yourself what you deserve and don't deserve from these conversations. Just offer the acknowledgement. So we have in training, so in corporate, I have to create these things, and not create it. It's like the AAOYM or some shit like that. I did something a while ago. It's crazy. But it's like, and then I worked for a company where they had a AAA process, and it's acknowledge, accept, apologize, right? That's in life too. It works. You want to acknowledge, okay, this is bothering me, so I needed to come to you. I accept my role in that. I accept that I implanted that in you. I affected your space with my junk and my choice. It might not be what you wanted, but it truly is where I want in life, what I wanted in that moment. It's what direction I felt we needed to go. And if you're the leader of head of your household, you may have to explain things. There's nothing wrong with explaining. You're teaching people how to be where you're trying to get. So when you get to this space of harmony and peace, you get to show others how to get there, right? So you have to be transparent. So you're going to have to be vulnerable, and you're going to have to moment as these moments arise, as the memory comes up, reach out and clean the slate. Get that karma out of there, get that energy out of there, so that the only thing filling your space is what we call good or positive karma, so that all of that abundance, that harmony can come flowing into your life. Okay? Let's see. I think that's it. I really do. Yeah, baby. Yeah. You have your phones, right? All right. Behave.
Yes, ma'am. I love you.
Love you too. Love you. They make me so happy. Really? Really? So your numerology cards, you got abundance. So the abundance you're seeking may be defined differently now, but they are afforded to you through this shadow work, this process, okay? happy ending afforded to you. Some of you need to be, so there's a combo with this. So music is involved in your numerology and it's about vibration. So some of you need to be very cautious what vibes you entertain. So my singing bowl, all singing bowls are great, they say, right? Like they all have a purpose. Mine has a really high vibration. Um, I know some of the lower bass levels, when you're trying to raise, kind of keeps you down lower. So you need to incorporate a lot of music, I guess, for you. Sources saying that's going to help with how you tune in and how you stay, focused or positive. But also be mindful of what content and what vibe, what frequency it's coming from. Okay. Um, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, I would like to also offer that being being that you have a new definition for abundance. Just understand that you don't have to change your lifestyle. That's a part of you could the benefit. So I explain it like this: if you low vibe, right, you got some stuff to shed, it's holding you down, you got shadow work to do. As you shed all that and you start to transform and raise up, all of the majority of what we live in is kind of a lower vibration here, with density and gravity. So it's a holding down, it's a weighted down. So you're raising yourself up and you're becoming available to all of this energy to just come in and acknowledge you. You're being seen at that point. You're calling in your abundance and your wealth and your harmony because you're living authentically. Don't waste another day trying to figure out if you should be authentic. Who are you harming? All right. Stay well.